afternoon to all of you. Myself Suraj Kumar Soni, and this is the part number second of chapter polymer of class 12 chemistry. Okay, in the first video we discussed about the some important polymers, and in this video we will discuss about a different type of polymers and their method of preparation, like type of polymerization reaction, addition of chain growth polymerization, free radical mechanism, preparation of important addition polymers like polythene, Teflon, polyacrylonitrile, condensation polymerization or step growth polymerization, preparation of the important addition reaction, polyamides, polyesters, phenol, formaldehyde resin. Example is bakelite, melamine formaldehyde polymer. These are the important polymer we will discuss in this video. Now first we have to study type of polymerization reaction. First, there is two type of polymerization reaction. First one is addition, or we can say chain growth polymerization, and second one is the condensation polymerization, or we can say step growth polymerization. First one is addition polymerization reaction, or we can say chain growth polymerization reaction. In this method, two monomer units are combined together and form a polymer. Both the monomer units may be same or different. If both the monomer units are same, that is called homopolymers. If both the monomer units are different, that is called copolymers. Homopolymers are alkene, Teflon, polyacrylonitrile, polystyrene. These are the homopolymers, or we can say addition polymers. Copolymers, in the copolymers is different types, like isoprene is the copolymers in which both the monomers are different. Okay, and in this polymerization reaction there is no removal of any water or ammonia molecule. This process occur through a free radical mechanisms. So first we have to study about the how the chain to polymerization occur. What is a free radical mechanism? In the free radical mechanism, you will see in three steps: chain initiation, chain propagation, and chain termination. Chain initiation, chain propagation, and chain termination. There are three steps. The polymerization of an ethene to polythene consists of the heating or exposing to light a mixture of ethene and a small amount of the benzoyl peroxide initiator. So point first, the process start with the point first is chain initiation step. The process start with the addition of the phenyl free radicals formed by the peroxide to the ethane double bond, thus generating a new large free radicals. This step is called chain initiation. Look at the example how you can understand benzoyl peroxide. You know the formula of the peroxide, H2O2, but benzoyl peroxide, so C6H5C double O, single bond O, then C double bond O, then C6H5. There is a bond cleavage that is called, there is a bond cleavage, it is called, it forms benzoyl peroxide. Okay, look at that. This is the benzoyl peroxide, cleavage of bond, homolytic cleavage. Why the homolytic cleavage? Because bond energy of the electronegativity of oxygen is same, so there is a homolytic cleavage and formed of free radicals. This is the benzoyl free radical. When benzoyl free radicals, benzoyl oxide free radicals, and again why when we heat, it's remove the CO2 molecules, then form phenyl free radicals. These phenyl free radicals combine with the ethene molecules and gives this, like that, phenyl C6H5. Okay, free radical combine with ethene molecule, CH2 double bond CH2 ethene, so it gives C6H5 single bond CH2, then single bond CH2, then free radical. Okay, free radical. This is the molecule of monomer unit. Okay, this is called chain initiation process. Now chain propagating step, chain initiation, chain propagation. In the chain propagation, these free radicals, like these free radicals combine together, these free radicals, so many these free radicals combine together and form a polymer that is called polythene. It may be called polythene because it is the ethene molecule, it's combined together and form the polythene. Look at that, as a free radical react with the another molecule of the ethene molecule, another bigger size free radicals is formed. The repetition of this sequence with a new and bigger radical carry the reaction forward, and the step is called chain propagation step. Okay, look at that, this is the free radical and it is combined with the ethene molecule. This is the free radical and combined with the ethene molecule, so it's you the, that is a long chain of alkyl group, that is called polythene. Point number third, ultimately at the same stage the product radicals thus formed react with another radical to form the polymerized product. This step is called chain termination process. Chain termination process. Chain initiation, chain propagation, chain termination. That is called chain termination process. Okay. So this is the process. Look at that chain termination process. In the chain termination process, this is the example and how it is done. Okay. Now this is the process of the addition polymerization. In the addition polymerization process, there is no removal of water molecule. Preparation of the important addition reactions. First one is the polythene. Polythene is the we are going to start a form a new polymer. The first polymer is polythene. In this process only addition polymerization occur. First one is polythene. How the polythene is formed, you have to know the monomers units, because polythene is very important polymer and you will get this question in your board exams. This is the ethene molecule, CH2 double bond CH2. When polymerization occur, you can write the polymerization, you can write polymerization on the arrow, then you will see CH2 single bond, double bond convert into single bond, then CH2, one single bond free is there, one single free is there, then you can add N, you can write N. This is the called, this is ethene and this is polythene. Free bond means many ethene molecules are joined together. Okay, many ethene molecules joined here, so we can free a bond. Okay, now there are two type of polythene. First one is low density polythene, second one is high density polythene. How the low density polythene is formed? Low density polythene is formed at the high temperature is 1000 Kelvin and 350 ATP at 350 ATP pressure. 1000 Kelvin temperature and 350 ATP pressure gives polythene, low density polythene. Low density polythene obtained through the free radical addition reaction, and it is has a highly branched structure. Okay, it is highly branched structure. What is the property of low density polythene? Look at that. Low density polythene is chemically inert. First of all, it is chemically inert and tough. It is inert and tough, but flexible and poor conductor of electricity. It is inert, tough, it is highly polymer because density is very low, so we can say it is highly flexible. Okay, and it is a poor conductor of electricity. Now hence it is used in the installation of electricity carrying conductor. Where the low density polythene is used, you can see a squeeze bottle that we use in our freeze. A squeeze bottle, it is a squeeze bottle is formed by the low density polythene, that way we can be crushed it. Toys, okay, squeeze bottles, toys and flexible pipes are made of the low density polythene. Okay, now the high density polythene is formed. How? In the low density polythene we use the dioxygen, or we can say peroxide, as a catalyst, but the high density polythene we use the Ziegler-Natta catalyst. Ziegler-Natta catalyst. What is the formula Ziegler-Natta catalyst? Titanium tetrachloride, titanium tetrachloride, titanium tetrachloride, trialkyl aluminum, trialkyl trialkyl aluminum. Okay, this is the titanium tetrachloride, trialkyl aluminum. This is the Ziegler-Natta catalyst. Listen again, titanium tetrachloride and trialkyl aluminum, it is called Ziegler-Natta catalyst. At the presence of Ziegler-Natta catalyst, we form the high density polythene like that. Look at that, CH2 double bond CH2 Ziegler Natta catalyst. Ziegler Natta catalyst. And temperature very low, 350 or 340 Kelvin temperature and 6 atm pressure. Then it give polythene. Then it's give polythene. Structure are same, properties are different. That is called high density polythene. Okay, this is called high density polythene. High density polythene, it is very hard, tough and hard, very low flexibility. Low density polythene, it has high flexibility, and high density polythene has low flexibility. It is soft, it is tough. Okay, and it is low flexible, it is highly flexible, it is low flexible, and we form the dustbin, bucket, and pipe, and bottles, and strong toys, okay, by the high density polythene. Now the next topic is Teflon. Teflon is also known as polytetrafluoroethene. This is the formula and the name, polytetrafluoroethene. How the Teflon is formed? Look at that. Formula is CF2 double bond CF2. That is called tetrafluoroethene because there are four fluoro. So we say tetrafluoro and ethene molecule, so ethene. We replace the four hydrogen by the fluorine atom. So we say tetrafluoroethene. When we do the polymerization, it's give the CF2 single bond CF2, one bond free, and N. That is called Teflon. Okay, Teflon is used for the coating of the utensils. Look at it. It is chemically inert as resistant to attack by the corrosive reagent. Okay, Teflon. We use a coating of Teflon on the to making the non-sticky surface of the utensils. To make the non-stick surface of the utensils, we use the Teflon coating. This is called Teflon. Okay, it is also known as a polymer. Now the polyacrylonitrile. Two polymers are there. Look at that. Both are the same. I give it the formula. This is the monomer unit. I am telling you that is the monomer unit. CH2 double bond CH single bond Cn. That is called acrylonitrile. When we do the polymerization, it give CH2 single bond CH2 CH single bond Cn, one bond free, that is called polyacrylonitrile. Same structure and same formula is polystyrene. Formula is CH2 double bond CH single bond C6H5. There was cyanide, but there is CCH5, that is called styrene. So that is called polystyrene. Okay, when we formed, gives same formula CH2 single bond CH single bond C6H5, single bond free, that is called N, that is called polystyrene. Okay, that was the polyacrylonitrile, and it is polystyrene. We are talking about the polyacrylonitrile. This is the also is a addition polymerization reaction. Okay, and at the presence of the peroxide catalyst, polyacrylonitrile is used for the making of wools like or lawn fibers. Okay, now condensation polymerization reaction, or we can say step growth polymerization reaction. Now the condensation polymerization, that is the next topic, is condensation polymerization, or we can say step growth polymerization. In this process, a water molecule is removed. Water molecules, ammonia molecules, or any one molecule is removed. That is called condensation polymerization. In these reactions, the product of each step is again a bifunctional subspecies, and the sequence of the condensation goes on. Since each step produces a distinct functionalized species and the independent of each other, this process is also called a step growth polymerization reaction. The formation of the pterylene or dacron by the interaction of ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid is example of this type of the polymerization reaction. Okay, look at the example of this is the pterylene or dacron. Dacron is the polymer, and dacron is formed by the two monomer unit. First one is ethylene glycol. First one is ethylene glycol, and second one is terephthalic acid. Look at that. I draw it here. Ethylene glycol means CH2OH single bond CH2OH, that is ethylene glycol, and terephthalic acid. What is the formula of terephthalic acid? When benzene molecule contain two hydroxy group, okay, that is called, okay, COOH and COH, okay, that is called terephthalic acid, and this is called ethylene glycol. So there is a removal of the water, H from there and OH from there, okay, H from there and OH from there, this water molecule removed and formed, make the complete sentence, O single bond CH2, CH2, wait, again I going to form O single bond CH2, single bond CH2, single bond O, single bond C, double bond or double bond O, then benzene molecule, again COH. In the case of COH, OH molecule is removed by combining with the other element. So this is a, yeah, this is called pterylene or dacron. Pterylene or dacron. Pterylene or dacron is used for the formation of the wools and fibers, etc. Okay, this is called pterylene or dacron. It is the condensation polymer because there is a water molecule is removed. Okay, now let us see some example of the condensation polymers. Sorry, preparation of the important addition polymers. First one is polyamide. These polymers processing amide linkage are important. Example of the synthetic fiber are the termed as nylon. Okay, some nylon is given. First nylon is nylon 66. Nylon 66 is formed by the hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid. Okay, hexamethylene diamine and the adipic acid by the mixture of hexamethylene diamine, adipic acid, and second one is adipic acid. Okay, then water molecule is removed. Property, look at the property. Nylon 66 is used for making the seat, bristol, for the brush and the textile industries. It is used in the textile industries for making of the seat, etc. Okay, what is the formula of the nylon 66? Look at that. This is the formula: ethylene glycol and ethylene glycol, hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid. Hexamethylene diamine, uh, hexamethylene diamine. Okay, this is the formula: hexamethylene diamine. Okay, hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid. The formula of the adipic acid is COOH, then CH2 4 times, then COOH. Okay, that is called adipic acid. Okay, this is the adipic acid and this is hexamethylene diamine. Okay, it gives the nylon 66. It is used for the making of the clothes, nylon clothes, and some textile industries and making the seat, etc. The nylon 6, it is obtained by the heating the caprolactam. Caprolactam is the monomer unit of the nylon 6 with the water at the high temperature. Nylon 6 is used for the manufacture of the tire cord, fabric and the rope. Okay, nylon 6 is used for the manufacture of the tire, okay, and tire cord and fabric and rope, etc. That is a caprolactam react with the water to give nylon 6. This is the nylon 6. You have to learn the formula of the caprolactam. Okay, now the polyester. Terylene and dacron is also known as the polyester. Polyester, terylene, dacron, both are the same. These are the polyester condensation product of the dicarboxylic acid and the diol. Dacron and the terylene is the best example of the polyester. It is manufactured by the heating of the ethylene glycol and the terephthalic acid at 420 Kelvin temperature in the presence of the zinc acetate antimony trioxide catalyst. Dacron fiber means terylene is increase the resistance and it is used in the blending with the cotton and wool fiber, also as the glass reinforcing materials in safety helmets. Okay, so dacron or terylene is used in the helmets, making of the wool fibers, etc. Now the next one is a bakelite. Bakelite is also a condensation polymer. Bakelite is formed by the reaction of the phenol and formaldehyde. That is called that is also known as the phenol formaldehyde resin. Look at that. This is the phenol, and this is the phenol molecule, and this is the formaldehyde HCHO. Formula is that in this section we formed water molecule is removed and formed OH, and then there is a CH2. CH2 that is called bakelite. So many monomer units are combined together and form bakelite. Basically, bakelite is used for the formation of the switchboard, switchboard and utensils, handle of utensils. Okay, look at that. These are the obtained by the condensation or reaction of the phenol with the formaldehyde in the presence of the either an acid or a base catalyst. The reaction starts with the initial formation orthone para position hydroxymethylene phenol derivative, which further react with the phenol to form the compound having the ring joined together and like that. Okay, this is the structure of phenol. Sorry, diagram is not given. I think diagram is missing. So okay, look at the diagram is given here. Sorry, this is the diagram. This is called a diagram melamine formaldehyde resin. Okay, melamine. Sorry, this is the phenol formaldehyde resin. We can say bakelite. This diagram is that. Okay, this is a look at the chemical reaction. This is the phenol and this is the formaldehyde HCHO. React with each other to form like that. Okay, then so many molecules of the this molecule are combined together and removal of water, so form like that. Okay, this is the main bakelite. Bakelite is used. This is the look at that novel egg and heating with the formaldehyde undergoes a cross link to the form the infusible solid mass called bakelite. It is used for the making of the compass phonograph record, electrical switches and handle of the utensils. Okay, it is very hard, and so we use the for the formation of the switchboard and the handle of the utensils. Okay, now the next topic is melamine formaldehyde resin. Melamine formaldehyde resin, or we can say melamine formaldehyde polymer, is formed by the condensation polymerization of melamine and formaldehyde. This is the melamine and formaldehyde. Okay, this is called melamine polymer, and novel egg and heating with the formaldehyde undergoes close link to the infusible. Okay, this is called melamine formaldehyde resin. So look at that. This is the melamine. The formula of the melamine is, this is the formula of the melamine. I will give you the PDF. You can see the PDF. I think there's something printing mistake. There are two images of each other. Sorry for that. I will give you PDF. You can the PDF link is given in description. You can watch it. Okay, this is the melamine formaldehyde resin. Okay, this is the structure of melamine. Benzene contain 3 N molecule and 3 NH2 molecule react with the formaldehyde. In the case of bakelite or in the case of phenol formaldehyde resin, we use the phenol. There was a reaction between the phenol and the formaldehyde, and there is a reaction between the melamine and the formaldehyde. It gives the, that is the intermediate compound. Okay, water molecule is removed, two NH2 molecule remain same, one NH2 molecule and second NH2 molecule remain same, but a third NH2 molecule, in that these molecules are combined together, NH CH2 OH. Okay, there is no removal of water molecule, and then polymerization of this molecule, it's give the melamine polymer. Okay, this is the melamine polymer. Okay, now the use the now see the use of melamine polymer. It used for the manufacture of the unbreakable crockery. Unbreakable crockery, you can see it is this unbreakable crockery is formed by the melamine formaldehyde polymer. Okay, this is the complete structure of the melamine. I will give you the link of PDF in this description. You can see the description box. Okay, now we have finished some topics of this chapter. Some topics are left, we will see it in the next video. Okay, so it is now your homework time. Question number first, explain free radical mechanism. What is free radical mechanism? Question number second, explain the low density and the high density polythene. Most important question. You will get this question in your board exams. What is PAN? Polyacrylonitrile. Simple formula CH2 double bond CS single bond CN. What is Teflon? Simple formula tetrafluoroethene. Question number 5, how the bakelite is formed. Okay, I think you know the very well. Bakelite is very condensation polymer, and it is formed by the reaction of the phenol and the formaldehyde. Okay, and what is the melamine formaldehyde polymer? Melamine formaldehyde polymer is formed by the reaction of the polymer melamine and the formaldehyde. Okay, now thank you so much for watching this video. Okay, and watch this video again and again. Okay, bye.